Hey families, how are you? My name is Brian Pogue, and I am the families pastor here at Rock Harbor Costa Mesa. These two guys, I think you know them. Let me introduce them. Stevie, middle school. Kevin, high school. And we are standing here before you today because we want to talk to you about some changes that are going to be happening to summer and specifically summer camp. And we felt the best way to do this was not through an email or a tweet, even though that's sometimes how we get our information. The best way is for us to get in front of you in this camera and for you to, in the comfort of your home and or on your phone, just to hear about the changes in our hearts and why we decided to make a change. And so, again, that has to do with summer camp. And summer camp, if I were to look back and think about it, it's been a tradition that's happened for a long time. Even for my parents who are in their late 60s, later on in life, they grew up going to summer camp. And the reason for that is that why we take our kids away is because when we get them out of their environment, out of their day-to-day routine, out of the distractions of what are here, they get to hear the voice of God in a more intimate, dynamic way. And that has been true for the generations of generations. You yourself watching this video, you probably had an experience at summer camp. And you know what? We are committed to having those same experiences for our students and for you as a family because of how God speaks in those times. And that is one way that we can partner with you as families, is to support you and take your students away for a week. And so we're excited that summer camp is a part of our tradition and what we do. And Stevie, will you just share, and Kevin, just a little bit of your history and what you've seen summer camp in your own life and in just the recent year?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, a lot of people, and my wife included, we got saved at summer camp. And so summer camp was huge in my faith journey. And so it's always been a value. And this last year, we saw amazing stories of students diving into scripture, stories of students having cabin time where they're crying together, friendships that continued even beyond the mountain that are just spiritually enriching. And then we even had 2 people get baptized. Well, 3. We had 2 students and a leader get baptized. And so God was on the move. He is on the move. And it was incredible to see that over summer camp.
Yeah, camp is always an incredible opportunity just to, like Brian said, get away and just to allow God to speak. Not that he speaks differently, but I think we're just more adept to hear what he's speaking to us in those places. And so we love it. I think just last year I was counting up the number of weeks that I've spent at summer camp, having worked at a few of them. And I think, it's just about a year of my life kind of has been spent at summer camp in one fashion or another. And every time, every week, every opportunity, like God doesn't fail to show up. And it's always a fun thing just to see, to be a part of, and then just, partner with God and what he's doing in the lives of students. It's something that I wouldn't miss for the world.
So because of these reasons, because of personal reasons, summer camp is a value, and we will not stop going to summer camp. But we have made the decision that the place where we're going to is going to change. And we know that this can be a decision that can be hard, and any change is difficult. And so we want to walk you through that and kind of explain a little bit more of why we decided to make that decision. And so this year, we will not be going to Hume Lake. And I say that bummed, honestly. Hume Lake is a special place in my life where he reached down and grabbed a hold of me, and I met him in a very intimate way, and he continues to do that for so many. But what we realized as going to Hume Lake, that limited us in some areas in 2 specific ways. One was cost. Cost was continuing to increase. Last year, you noticed there was a big email that came to your inbox that explained the why of Hume Lake. And we felt like we needed to do that because the cost was over $700. And that cost this year, when we projected and we looked at the increases, because everything increases, was going to be upwards in the mid-700s or higher. And that to us scared us because last year when we went to Hume Lake, the cost of that camp excluded some families and students from participating. Those are students who did not have the opportunity to go away and hear God and be spiritually formed and transformed. And that grieved us. As people, as a former youth pastor, we want everyone to feel included or have an opportunity to be a part of that, and the cost excluded people. It also, that cost, when we look at it, does not give us the courage and the strength to go ask someone to go to summer camp, because summer camp is also an outreach. It is a place to bring your non-Christian friend, to expose them to who Jesus is. So many lives have been changed as a result of that. And in that, going to your friend and saying, hey, come to summer camp, it costs over $700, that doesn't really give you that courage as a student or maybe as a family to really participate in those conversations. And because of that, that was one reason. So we decided to make a change. Another reason was because of timing. When we looked at the timing of the camp, we have traditionally done it at the beginning of August, at the end of our summer. And what we noticed is school years were starting sooner, and we also kick off our life groups, which is the bread and butter, our relational ministry, leaders investing in the lives of your students. And that was stunting our ability to start those and to train our leaders to the best and find the best leaders that we can to be a part and lead your kids. That we were unable to do that because summer camp was coming right up until where school was starting. And as a result of that, those are the two reasons why we decided to change. HumeLink was increasing in cost, and we tried to get a different week, and in that we're not able to get the week that we wanted. And so because of that, like everything here at Rock Harbor and in our student ministries, we're constantly evaluating, constantly asking the question, why? Why are we doing what we're doing? Is there another opportunity that would be better fit for our students and for the ministry as a whole, and for you as families? And God, we believe, has led us to make a new decision. And in that, we're going to be going to 2 different experiences at 2 different times, and we're excited about that. And the cost will be cheaper. And so with that, I'm going to have these 2 guys share where we're going so that you can start even processing and seeing and being excited with us about those 2 new places.
Yeah, we're pretty pumped for middle school. We're going to be going at the beginning of July, so July 2nd through the 7th. We know it's 4th of July weekend, but we think that it's going to be a great time to kick off summer.
Get your kids out of your house.
Yeah, seriously, keep them safe. And then we're going to be going to Forest Home, and it's going to be an amazing experience. Again, I'm really excited. They are amazing. They do a lot of the same production stuff that Hume does, but they really emphasize on that spiritual formation, which we believe is going to carry them down the mountain and into their everyday lives. And that's what we really want to see is life impact, not just 1 week impact. Yes. So we'll see that. They also have a lot of really fun stuff. They have laser tag. They have a zip line. They have a blob. They have milkshakes. Really great milkshakes. and the caveat is, the caveat is that Hume Lake, all of those activities would have costed you more money, but at Forest Home, most of those are actually included in the cost, which is cheaper. Forest Home is closer, so we're going to cut costs there when it comes to the bus ride, and it's still beautiful. It's in the mountains, and honestly, it's a great staff and crew up there. So it's not going to be lacking fun. It's not going to be lacking spiritual value, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, Forest Home's incredible. Seeing God do so many cool things there over the years. It's super, super fun. For high school, we just decided to kind of blow up the whole traditional camp model in general, and instead we're going to be spending a week on the Klamath River. Where is that? It's basically on the border of Oregon and California, and we're going to be spending an entire week rafting, sleeping on the riverbank, going backpacking, literally climbing a mountain, like literally the side of a face of a mountain. We're going to be climbing that up and then capping the whole thing off with some horseback riding and some other things. It's going to be an awesome time for us to truly get away and really allow God to speak to us in the unique space where we are as a ministry. So we're really excited about just what God's going to do in that space. I'm excited, honestly, to be rafting with students, to see a student or 2 or 3 just launched out of the boat. It's super fun. I've done it. I've worked there. It's such a fun time. It's going to be super great, and we can't wait. So that's going to be actually July 27th. Actually, it's June 27th. So
yeah, June 27th.
June 27th to July 2nd. We're going to have a blast. Cannot wait to get up and spend that time with our students.
So as you can see, these are 2 different experiences, 2 different times at the beginning of our summer. So it's kicking our summers off. They'll get done with school and then literally go to summer camp. And we're excited about that. We're excited about how God is going to use this experience at the beginning and help us build momentum into life groups that launch in the fall. And different experiences that we're going to have. There's a whole bunch of things that I know these guys are working on, experiences to go and meet with Jesus that aren't just going to happen in summer camp. And so that's going to be taking place. Again, you'll find out more information about that. I also just want you to know that the 2 things that we are committed to here is fun, because when you work with students, you got to have fun. If it's not fun, we shouldn't do it. And as we evaluated and looked at these 2 places, we know, knowing students, that this is going to be fun. And the second thing is we have a high bar. And we have high standards, and we want something to be quality, that it's not second rate. And we believe in these 2 experiences, they're not going to be second rate. They're going to be different, but they are going to be at that high standard that we have kept in going to Hume Lake, that we feel going to Forest Home, and going to Kidder Creek, going whitewater rafting. They're different, but they're still that same high level that we want to provide your students and your family. So lastly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your family in some ways, and supporting you and caring for your students. And you are doing a great job as parents and raising them. And if no one's told you that yet today, let us be the first ones, because it's difficult. Working with teenagers, we know, is no easy ball game. And we're excited that we get to partner with you and provide a place like summer camp for them to come and meet with Jesus. So if you have any questions or if you want to talk about this further, we are open. We would love to sit down with you. In fact, we'll buy you a meal or a coffee. I just committed them to that, so now I have to. But we will do that because we want to be in this with you and talk with you about this and hear any questions that you might have. And so with that, we're going to sign off, and we'll talk to you later.